commentary by Insane Sam. The last reading was Robert Service's Ballad, A Blasphemous Bill. This next one is called The Law of the Yukon. It's another Robert Service poem, which was one of his very early ones and very popular. He was from Scotland, but then moved to British Columbia later in life and started traveling around the Yukon. And people were absolutely amazed at how this guy who was from Scotland picked up on the beauty and majesty and the life of the people from the Yukon. So Ballad of Blasphemous Bill is a little tongue-in-cheek. This one's a little more serious, and it's very typical of the majesty that Robert Service gives to the Yukon. This one's called The Law of the Yukon. This is the law of the Yukon, and ever she makes it plain. Send not your foolish and feeble, send me your strong and your sane. Strong for the red rage of battle, sane for I harry them sore. Send me girt for the combat, men who are grit to the core. Swift as the panther in triumph, fierce as the bear in defeat, sired of a bulldog parent, steeled in the furnace of heat. Send me the best of your breeding, lend me your chosen ones. Them I will take to my bosom, them I will call my sons. Them I will gild with my treasure, I will glut them with my meat, but the others, the misfits, the failures, I trample under my feet. Desolate, damned and despairful, crippled and palsied and slain, you would send me the spawn of your gutters. Go, take back your spawn again. Wild and wide are my borders, stern as death is my sway. From my ruthless throne I have ruled alone for 1,000,000 years and a day. Hugging my mighty treasure, waiting for man to come, till he slept like a turbid torrent, and after he swept, the scum. The pallid pimp of the deadline, the inveterate of the pen, one by one I weeded them out, for all I sought was men. One by one I dismayed them, frighting them sore with my glooms. One by one I betrayed unto them my manifold dooms. Drowned them like rats in my rivers, starved them like curs on my plains, rotted the flesh that was left them, poisoned the blood in their veins. Burst with my winter upon them, seeing forever their sight, lashed them with fungus white faces, whimpering wild in the night. Staggering blind through the storm whirl, stumbling mad through the snow, frozen stiff in the ice pack, brittle and bent like a bow. Featureless, formless, forsaken, scented by wolves in their flight, left for the wind to make music through ribs that are guttering white. Gnawing the black crust of failure, searching the pit of despair, crooking the toe in the trigger, trying to patter a prayer. Going outside with an escort, raving with lips off foam, writing a check for 1,000,000, driveling feebly home. Lost like a louse in the burning or else in the tented town, seeking a drunkard solace, sinking and sinking down. Steeped in the slime at the bottom, dead to a decent world, lost mid the human flotsam, far from the frontier hurled. In the camp at the bend of the river with a dozen saloons aglare, its gambling dens a riot, its gramophones all ablare. Crumpled with crimes of a city, sin-ridden and bridled with lies, in the hush of my mountain vastness, in the flush of my midnight skies. Plague spots, yet tools my purpose, so nathless I suffer them strive, crushing my weak in their clutches, that only my strong may survive. But the others, the men of my mettle, the men who would establish my fame, unto its ultimate issue, winning me honor, not shame. Searching my utmost valleys, fighting each step as they go, shooting the wrath of my rapids, scaling my ramparts of snow, ripping the guts of my mountains, looting the beds of my creeks. Them I will take to my bosom and speak as a mother speaks. I am the land that listens, I am the land that broods, steeped in eternal beauty, crystalline waters and woods. Long have I waited lonely, shunned by a thing accursed, monstrous, moody, pathetic, the last of the lands and the first. Visioning campfires at twilight, sad with a longing forlorn, feeling my war more pregnant with the seed of cities unborn. Wild and wide are my borders, stern as death is my sway, and I wait for the men who will win me, and I will not be won in a day. I will not be won by weaklings, subtle, suave, and mild, but by men with the hearts of Vikings and the simple faith of a child. Desperate, strong, and restless, unthrottled by fear or defeat, them I will gild with my treasure. Them I will glut with my meat. Lofty I stand, each sister land, patient and wearily wise, with the weight of a world of sadness in my quiet, passionless eyes. Dreaming alone of a people, dreaming alone of a day, when men shall not rate my riches and curse me and go away, making a bawd of my bounty, fouling the hand that gave, till I rise in my wrath and sweep in their path and stamp them into a grave. Dreaming of men who will bless me, of women esteeming me good, of children born in my borders, of radiant motherhood, of cities leaping to stature, of fame like a flag unfurled, as I pour the tide of my riches in the eager lap of the world. This is the law of the Yukon, that only the strong shall survive, that surely the weak shall perish, and only the fit survive. Desolate, damned, and despairful, crippled and palsied and slain, this is the will of the Yukon. Lo, how she makes it plain. Whew. Didn't know that was going to get me so impassioned there, but that's pretty strong stuff. And it's written in the early 1900s, and think of its meaning today. He's talking about the people who came to the Yukon in the gold rush there and just came and raped the land, and he was ready to just sweep them away as weak men. What he wants is people who will come and cherish that Yukon land, who will use it for good, restore it, and thrive there. So, deep breath on that one. So these readings come out Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on my YouTube channel called the Route 66 Party Guide. The readings are there, plus over 100 videos about Route 66. Please subscribe, get your friends to subscribe, and enjoy all that stuff. With that, Insane Sam out.